Here we go!
Okay, so welcome to our math class with Sir Jason. And today, we're going to discuss about factoring polynomials with common monomial factors. And these are our learning objectives for today. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to, number 1, define the key concept of polynomials. And second, factors completely the polynomials with common monomial. And here is the guide question. How to factor a polynomial with common monomial factor. So we will find out as we go through the lesson. Now let's define what is a greatest common factor. When we say greatest common factor or GCF, it is the largest quantity that is a factor of all the integers or polynomials involved. And here are the key concepts in factoring a polynomial. The first term is what we call the factoring. When we say factoring, it leads to an expression or number as a product of its divisor. Second, monomial. It is an expression that is a number, a variable, or a product of a number and one or more variable. Okay, from the word itself, monomial, it has one term. Mono means one. The third term is what we call the prime number. An integer greater than 1 which has only two factors, 1 and itself. The opposite of a prime number is what we call the composite number. Now let us consider this method. This method is what we call the ladder diagram method. It is a simple technique that uses prime numbers and visualization in the form of staggering lines and to determine the GCF or what we call the greatest common factor of two or more numbers. In factoring a polynomial with common monomial factor, here are the following steps, and this is by using the ladder method. Number 1, put the terms of the polynomials in the ladder. Second, choose a number or an expression that can divide the polynomials evenly. Third, write the quotient below the corresponding term until the prime or irreducible polynomials are left. Fourth, multiply all the factors in the left column to get the common factor. Fifth, let A be the common factor and let B and C be the terms of the other polynomial factors. Write the factored form of the given polynomials as A times the quantity of B plus C. Now, let's study these illustrative examples. Example number 1. Factor out the common factor of 5x plus 10. Again, in order for us or to find the factors of this given expression, we need to follow the steps. Step number 1, put the terms of the polynomials in the ladder. So this is simple as this. So as you can see, it is a staggering lines or simply a table, and put a space in between the terms. Now proceed to step number 2. Choose a number or an expression that can divide the polynomials evenly. Okay, so this simple as this. Simply copy, and then if we are looking of the coefficient or 5x, the coefficient of x is 5. And the constant term which is 10, 5 and 10 are both divisible by 5. So simply apply the divisibility rule in order to find the common between the terms. Proceed to step number 3. Write the quotient below the corresponding term until the prime or irreducible polynomials are left. Okay, so simply divide the given expression to the common factor. So 5x plus 10 divided by 5, let's make it 1 by 1, starting with the first term which is 5x divided by 5 which is equal to x. Next, the second term, 10 divided by 5, that is equal to 2. Okay, so since x and 2 are already in the simplest form, therefore this is the other factor. Proceed to step number 4. Multiply all the factors in the left column to get the common factor. If we are looking on the ladder, the only number found on the left side of the column or on the ladder is 5, right? The common factor in this expression is 5. Proceed to step number 5. Step number 5. Let A be the common factor and let B and C be the terms of the other polynomial factors. Write the factored form of the given polynomials as A times the quantity of B plus C. So again, copy, and then the common factor is 5. Now, we are going to write it as a factored form in a given polynomials. 5x plus 10, which is the given, copy the common and write it in a factored form, which is equal to 5 times the quantity of x plus 2. The common factor is there, which is the value of A, and the other factor, which is found inside the parenthesis, x plus 2. So this is the standard form on getting the common factor of a given polynomial. Now let's study this another example. Example number 2. Factor out the common factor of 15x squared plus 45x. So again, in order for us to answer this given expression, we need to follow the steps. Or step number 1, put the terms of the polynomials in the ladder. Okay, so this is simple as this. Put a space in between the given terms. Second, or step number 2, choose a number or an expression that can divide the polynomials evenly. If we are looking on its coefficient, the coefficient of 15x squared is 15, and the second term, which is 45x, the coefficient is 45. We all know that 15 and 45 are both divisible by 5, and x squared and x are both divisible by x. Now let's proceed to step number 3. Step number 3, write the coefficient below the corresponding term until the prime or irreducible polynomials are left. Divide each term to 5x. So let's start with 15x squared. 15x squared divided by 5x, that is equal to 3x. Next, 45x divided by 5x is equal to 9. Applying the division rule on a given expression, simply subtract the exponent of the given variable. Now, since 3x plus 9 is not already in simplest form, and 3 and 9 are both divisible by 3, so continuously divide each term. 3x divided by 3, which is equal to x, remains x. 9 divided by 3, which is equal to 3. So since x plus 3 are already in simplest form, this is already the factor. Proceed to step number 4. Multiply all the factors in the left column to get the common factor. Based on the ladder, we have two expressions, or we have two terms, which is the 5x and 3. Okay? So just simply multiply 5x times 3, which is equal to 15x. And that is the common factor. Now let's proceed to step number 5. Step number 5, let A be the common factor and let B and C be the terms of the other polynomial factors. Write the factored form of the given polynomials as A times the quantity of B plus C. Copy the ladder, and the common factor is 15x, which is the product of 5x and 3. Okay, so again, the given expression is 15x squared plus 45x. Now we will write it on the standard form. So this is simple as this. 15x times the quantity of x plus 3. 15x is the common factor, and the expression inside the parenthesis is the other polynomial factors. X is there and 3 is there. So therefore, the factored form given expression 15x squared plus 45x is equal to 15x times the quantity of x plus 3. Okay, so going back to our guide question earlier, how to factor a polynomial with common monomial. Factoring polynomial reverses the multiplication process. To factor a monomial, find the greatest common factor or GCF of its terms. Okay, so for your home delight, okay, so I hope you learned a lot for our discussion for today and apply all the learnings that you have today in answering your module. Okay, so thank you for listening. God bless and see you on our next online class.